Selection. We gotta get right into the word.
Hallelujah.
I'm Kay. That's
mother.
So we began. Oh yeah, this Greenleaf. Y'all already knew because you clicked the video and it said Greenleaf in the title, but you know, formal introductions and all. We began with Grace. And she's taking a jog. You know, she's just running all, you know, throughout the woods and things. I guess they live on wooded pastures. I don't know.
They live on a lot of pastures. That's what it is.
But when you look at it, when they showed the shot of the actual house looked much smaller from the outside than on the inside. And then they got all this yard. Like, I don't know. I would have something built up on the yard. They ain't got no basketball court, no nothing.
Well, we don't know that they don't.
We ain't see it.
You know how it is. They'll put it up when they need it.
A basketball court?
Yeah. They'll be shot from someone else's yard. Don't worry about it. They'll call it theirs.
Anyway, so Grace is running on through this jungle and she turned around and see her sister run past her. And I said, huh, that's not good. And the sister don't say nothing. She don't stop by and say, hey girl, how you doing? You know, just running through here trying to get away from the devil and all. She don't say nothing, she just kept running. And Grace looking at her now. If it was me, I'd have screamed. I'd have just opened my mouth and hollered, but she didn't do that. She just looked.
I'll be trying to talk to her and ask her, where are you going? What's going on?
Yeah. Who is you running from? Where'd you running to?
Where we going?
Right. I'd have been running to aside of.
You know I'm African American. I might have to run.
When I move, you move.
Just like that.
But so her sister run by and she just looked a little perplexed. And then she turned around and see Mac. And I'm thinking, now if I see one dead person, I'm gonna be shook. If I see two dead persons, I'm gonna be shook with the TH.
Ain't gonna do it.
I'm gonna assume I'm dead too.
We are dead.
I'm just gonna be like, well, I done transitioned and didn't know it. I'm gone.
This must be heaven.
I don't know. Is this purgatory? Like, what is going on here? But Max says she can't hear you. And I'm sitting here like,
why can't you?
Did her sister go deaf before she died? Why she can't hear? If you can hear Mac,
that's my question.
How come your sister Faith can't hear you? It just didn't. And then Mac is talking about, you know, keeping secrets. And I'm sitting here like, this is peculiar. But we gonna move on. We sitting here and Sophia, you know, she's you know, on the phone with her daddy or whatever. She hang up and Grace say, well, what's the word? I'm the cotillion. Sophia daddy can't make it to the cotillion and she's, you know, bummed. I guess that's how children feel when their fathers can't come to things.
I didn't even really think about calling my dad. I thought about my granddad because my granddad was there and that's kind of how that worked. But he said no. And I had to get my uncle to you know, present me.
I wouldn't even ask my granddad. I just been like, I ain't got a daddy. I just go by myself.
You people ought to done it. Don't play. Your granddad had been there with his tugs early.
Squeezed in that tux.
Honey, he squeezed if he had to.
Yeah, that belly.
And he,
He got a beer belly. You don't drink beer.
But that's not beer.
What kind of belly is this?
That's greens and yams and potato salad.
Potato salad belly.
A few brown beans. You know, something like that.
So anyway, brother man can't make it to the cotillion. Swooping over, Bishop, Lady Mae, and Carissa and her sleeves are all in the office together and they're looking over Basie's stuff and looking at the crimes he's committed, blah, blah, blah. And Carissa says she wants to go ahead and take over Triumph. How are you brokering a deal to take over a church in your husband's name? If you want Triumph so bad, why don't you just be the pastor? And Jacob did not express ever wanting Triumph. He never expressed wanting that church.
I mean, you know, he might have thought about it, but he knew the way that things were going. He didn't want it shady. He didn't got saved since the first season.
Before that,
he wasn't saved in the first season. He's saved now.
Well, praise God for that. And why we ain't never seen him get saved? He was just all of a sudden saved.
Hallelujah.
Anyway, but it's just strange because Jacob was annoyed when Basie decided to give him Triumph too. He never necessarily wanted to have a church. So going on.
He wanted his daddy's church. He wanted Calvary.
No, he wanted to co-pastor Calvary. He wanted.
That's a setup for
He wanted his daddy's
when
approval.
father get here.
He just wants his father's approval. I don't think he wants a church. Because if he wanted a church, he would have found him a little storefront instead of, you know, First Keep It Real or whatever. Oh, no, that's the church.
The real church.
The real church.
The real church.
Is the church.
That's not. We're not doing that. We don't know them.
I know somebody that needs to go to First Keep It Real. Anyway.
I know folks that went to a Kojic church that didn't know it was Kojic. That was interesting. You Kojic? What? Go look at your sign when you go back to church.
I know what denomination you are, but especially Kojic.
Because you're not practicing.
We got whole songs about it.
This is the
You can't join it. Like, it's right there. Anyway, moving along. It just doesn't make sense to me why Carissa's fighting so hard for Jacob to have a church when he, to me, obviously don't want a church.
Well, I think maybe Carissa is trying to be noble in that she knows that Basie don't know Jesus like he should. He met Jesus, but they ain't close.
Carissa don't know Jesus, so what's the point?
What Carissa do?
No, she doesn't. Because every time Jacob
what
says,
did she do?
Oh, what does she do? That's as far as me saying she don't know Jesus.
Right, why you sending her to the hot place?
I'm not sending her to hell. I'm just saying she doesn't have a personal relationship. Because I can't send nobody to hell. But what I can do is point out that every time Jacob says, let's pray, she says, oh, well, it ain't going to work, but all right, let's pray.
Well, you know, church folk ain't like that. That's a church folk thing.
And that's not the spirit that's going to get you in heaven.
They need to get a little closer. They on the acquaintance list, too. They ain't close personal
friends. Because if
friends.
somebody says, let's pray to me, and you know, I'm cynic of the year.
Well, yeah,
I'm the most cynical. But if somebody says, and I'll say, okay, if somebody says, let's pray, I'll say, all right, well, let's bow our heads, Heavenly Father. I'm not going to say, well, it ain't going to do no good to pray, but all right.
But it's church people, though. It's a lot of church people like
that. And church people aren't saved.
We're praying for them.
I'm just, because everybody just, for some reason, feel like if you go to church, you saved.
Oh, no, that means you go to church.
Right. And church people are people that go to church.
Church is for the public.
Church people ain't.
You don't have to be saved to go to church.
It's, church people and saved people are two different people.
What the
you calling your mom?
And I calling her. Show is. Excuse me. I'm going to turn the phone over.
Anyway, moving on. Zora and Isaiah are riding like me and my mother are right now.
Right.
And Zora returns and says, you know, have you got your tux for the dance? Isaiah said, no, I ain't got my tux for the dance. Zora goes into how Sophia's boyfriend been to 3 stores trying to get his tux for the dance. And I'm just like, okay. Like, bringing up somebody else's man to your man is hardly ever a good idea when your man ain't crazy.
What he is.
Like saying so-and-so's man did this just is never a good idea. Even if you got a wonderful man, he's gonna feel some kind of way about you being all in so-and-so in her man's business. But anyway, she says that, and he wasn't quite feeling that. And we're just gonna get them out the way because they get on my nerves. She said, he says, I got you some tickets. Look in the glove box. She said, all right, let me look in here. They doing some sort of concert somewhere. It's the same night as the cotillion.
Right, which is important to her.
Which for some reason is important to her. I can't do it. Is it leaving?
Something's happening.
Static turning. Where's you going? So anyway, he said, yeah, we could just skip that function and go do this function instead. And she goes into, no, because this is important to me, blah, blah, blah. And he slams on the brake. And she barely hits her forehead on the dashboard. Just a light boop.
It wasn't no light boop.
It was a boop, sis.
Listen, you want to see her head bust? What?
Yes. I would love to see blood.
But you need to watch Quentin Tarantino then. Quentin will give you some blood.
My point for saying that it was a light boop is because just the gentle tap that she gave the dashboard was not enough to give her a bruise like that on her forehead.
Some people bruise. Just because you don't bruise on the other people don't bruise.
The girls just don't bruise like that. Okay, maybe because I don't bruise, I don't understand how bruises work. But in order to bruise, from my understanding, you would have to hit something hard enough for the blood to pool under your skin. That little boot was just not enough to me. And then it was an instant bruise. She hit her head bruise. Like, it didn't have time to come in.
She turned red like the other people. You know, we take a little longer to turn red.
I just never do. There's no red in me. Except in my hair. But I mean, like, anyway, so she hit her forehead on the dash and she told Isaiah to take her home. He said he wasn't going to take her home. Eventually she got home. I don't know how she got home. Maybe I missed something. But whatever.
I don't like that little boy, little slick haired boy.
Yeah, she worries me too, but she's here, so you know, it's the best we can do right now. We tried to find Zora another man.
We looked for one.
You know, she ain't want him. She wants Isaiah, so it's just the heart wants what it wants, I guess. I don't know. I don't have a heart.
And Sophia, she level headed. She said, that ain't the boy, let's find you a boy.
Sophia it's just a duality here because Sophia
is the responsible one,
but she's like past responsible into like boring, and Zora is like past irresponsible into just like erratic. And it's like, where's y'all's other cousin that's gonna be in the middle? They need another cousin. I'll come on the show, be the middle cousin.
You gonna be that big cousin? But then I mean, you could play
I
like
give
15 and 16.
I really could. I can give you both though, because I've got the natural hair like Zora, but the light skin like Sophia. You know, even though this is makeup and I'm really dark skinned, I could give you that center cousin. I can give you, because my hair ain't as slick as Sophia's, but then my
she's a little more white than
not
most
as
of us.
bright as Zora. So Oprah and them, y'all put me in that center role. I'll just be that middle cousin that'll get the girls together. I have Sophia, you know, we'll go and we'll have a good time at the function, but then I'll make sure Zora ain't out here doing too much. Just cast me in the role.
So now whose child will you be? You'll just be a distant cousin?
I'll be Faith's surprise child.
Oprah's granddaughter or something?
I could be Oprah's granddaughter. Old Mavis.
Because they haven't developed like her family.
Yeah.
You know,
they hadn't mentioned whether she has a child or not.
They haven't developed it out. So yeah, we can put you right there.
And have Granny Mavis. That'll work.
That would be fun.
But also just gonna be either Faith or Charity's.
Okay, get it.
She looked a little crackheadish, but we love her anyway.
She had her moves.
It's like the neighborhood where the crackheads be.
Honey, you know the police will be through here in about 5 minutes and swoop her.
She waiting on the money.
Maybe because this is where they
Why
swoop.
is this leaning like this?
Leaning. I have no idea.
What are you doing?
The phone looks like it's a little off center to me. It's going on this way. So the weight of it makes it turn. I think that's what's happening.
You better get right.
Get right, church, and let's go home. I felt that.
We've already had our son running solo.
I'm gonna sing to my well. I can't close my eyes. I'm driving.
Right. Swoop with me over to Charity and Beethoven. So we're here.
Shoot. Okay, go ahead.
What should I call him?
Whatever the boy name is, I don't know.
Jabari.
Just boy.
Charity and Jabari are over there and they working on a song. Now Charity looks fantastic. Now see, it's still
something that's happening.
What are you going through, sis?
It's going through something.
Going through changes.
Let's get another one.
Yeah.
That one's not really doing the job.
She does.
It was doing fine at first, but now it's shaky.
It was shaky to begin with.
This much?
Yeah. More.
I used to talk on the phone to people when I didn't do all this.
Talking on the phone and doing a video are two different things.
You can't talk on the FaceTime?
You don't know what it was looking like on the FaceTime. You don't know what she was saying. Or whoever you were FaceTime.
I mean, because I'm little when I FaceTime. Okay.
I said what I said.
I'm with it.
Back to us. Back to Beethoven and Charity. Charity looked phenomenal.
She did.
Okay, this is why
I like the outfit. Worked out really well.
I think this is why I give Charity so many passes, because I know she's going to come on and look good. She looked great.
Excuse me.
So I just be like, okay, well, I'm going to give her another week to impress me because she looks so nice. I'm like, what is Debbie Joy?
Debbie Joy.
What is she going to have on this week? And she looked, all her outfits this week were absolutely sickening. The hair is always laid.
They pulled it together.
You know, her makeup is impeccable. And I just be like, okay, well, I'm going to let her ride this week because she looks so cute.
So nice.
You know, that's probably why I don't go in, because everybody be going in. The YouTubers, they go in on Charity.
Don't bother Charity.
I just feel like she's so sweet. It's so sickening.
Just leave her alone.
Honestly, she low key is prettier than Grace to me.
She's got a different kind of beautiful. They're both very beautiful, but they're different.
It's different cute, but it's different. You know, Charity is cruel. I don't know what this is going through.
I don't know. I'm gonna church it when we stop.
Reach out and touch. Well, when we stop, it ain't gonna be doing all this.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna take it down and I'm gonna fiddle with it.
Okay, you do that.
Fiddle.
Anyway, so Charity, I'm gonna have to get you. I'm gonna have to get. Let me just lean in over here. I'm gonna have to get you because.
I'm wondering if I don't know.
What?
It's shaking really badly.
It shakes badly a lot.
This badly?
Not like it may be less shaky usually. I'm gonna just hold it. Anyway.
Big funny faces in it.
Charity.
I got a lot of traffic, so let me go faster.
It's a lot, sis.
I mean,
it's like 2 people back there.
It's 3.
Oh, okay.
And I see a 4.
That's traffic. I don't know what this is going through. I don't feel like holding it though, but I look legendary. Look at me.
Now, a few minutes ago, you weren't legendary. Now you're legendary. You changed your mind. You always think you're legendary. You were me. I think he's a pretty girl. My baby is pretty. Excuse my itching right there. There we go.
Anyway, back to this. Where was I? Oh, I'm gonna have to get you, Charity. I'm gonna have to this week, and it hurts me to do this because I think you're legendary. But I gotta get you. when Jabari said he was gonna get everything straight with your hotel situation, what you'll never do is say, oh, well, I'm not like your artist, you know, your other artists that demand things. And there's no reason for me to have a hotel if you've got a guest bedroom.
No.
You will never, ever
No.
part your parched, thirsty lips to say anything like that ever again. What's wrong with you?
No.
What in the world?
No.
And then on top of this, I'm gonna have to get you, because last week you implied to your sister that this man may be gay. So why are you still chasing him so hard? What?
But you know, rule of thumb, you never chase.
I mean, that's just the rule. But if we're not gonna abide by the rules, another rule should be, it's not at her house, sis. It's at the other house.
I need to understand.
Calm down. Another rule of thumb should be, if you think that the man you want may possibly be gay,
you need to worry about me.
Then you should just either ask him or leave it alone. Like, I don't understand where we're going with this, Charity. Who is writing this show? Because I'm gonna have to call in and see what's going on.
Somebody right.
Charity wears me out with that. I had to get on you this week. We're gonna do better. Grayson may team up, go down to the home, and get sister so-and-so together. I don't remember what was going on at the home. The old lady said something prolific that made Grace think, but I don't remember what it was. I might have it down here in another part of the notes. Bishop pops in on Skanks, says that he needs to publicly resign, and this, that, and the other, and give Jacob triumph and blah. Swooping back over, Beethoven and Charity get together with, I believe the girl, what did I say her name was? I knew it. Jacqueline Carr. Is it Carr? I believe that was
That's
her.
what we were singing for the start, though. The offertory program beginning song.
It said somebody named Bree on there.
That is her. She does sound like her to me. That she's got a little bit of that heaviness, but her voice is. Well, and what made me make it Jacqueline is because she hit this note and she stayed there too long. Okay, that was just me.
Sound like a touch of shade.
Yeah.
Sounded like shade. Anyway.
I have to remember that in the morning. Don't stay there too long.
Do y'all like her hair? I did this, and it's legendary. Anyway, cause you look great.
Thank you, girl.
Back to this. So they playing the song for Jacqueline. Now, Jacqueline Carr is what? 17?
She may be 19.
Either way, 17 and 19 is the same thing in my mind.
Or like Tom Joyner say, Jacqueline.
Right,
Jacqueline. You need to find out what this girl's name is before you're on the radio talking about Jacqueline.
You know Tom Joyner is a butthole. He's a butt, and he thinks everything he does is legendary. Anyway, so Jacqueline was over there.
I should have told you that.
You shouldn't have. And she was giving old lady tea. She was giving Tasha Cobb's attitude.
She's old.
I'm like, why is you so old? Because I didn't know that was her until she, gave it a little song. And I was like, that sounds like the little girl. It's like 12. And then my mom told me she was like legally grown. And I was like, yeah, she's still 12.
I'm going to catch you up with how old she is.
What is she so old for?
I don't know. She's just an old soul.
So old? It's distressing. Like, anyway.
Trying to love somebody.
And she had all these changes she wanted to make to Charity song. And I'm sitting here like, why don't you just write your own song? You got all these changes. Just write your own song. And on Charity, for Charity, you know the artist may have 1 or 2 changes. So why are you
done made 20, girl.
Wow, she's 20. But she looked and acted like she was coming up on 40.
She's from here. Basically this area. The Midwest.
I would have given her a smooth 37.
Right down there.
That is right down the road.
Right there.
Was it like an hour and a half away?
Yeah, just shot 2, yeah.
You know everybody in that city got the clap.
I don't know what that, I don't know, no.
There was a study that came out. It was the cities in the state with the most STDs. And I think that was like number 2, and it's like 5 people there. So everybody got something. It's terrible.
It's the Delta. You got to pray for the Delta.
Anyway, yeah, so she was doing all this, and Charity was over there feeling some kind of way, and Beethoven had to get her together and say, she's the client, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, if you have that many changes, go ahead and write your own song.
I feel like that's how my clients are at work. You don't even know what you're doing. And you got all these changes.
I can't be bothered. Anyway, let me see. Okay, so Miss Esther is the girl, the old lady down at the home. And she's talking about how the last lady was so rude and rough. And the last nurse or whatever. And you got a whole string right here. Another piece of string like that string you had before.
Is you pulling my strings on the TV?
On there, live. You gonna have to cut it.
Is this a
Because
different
if you
thing?
yank that,
Oh, this is a different thing.
tracks.
I got a couple of tracks and I'm gonna be full at the top.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you left a nub.
That's
Now
alright.
it's sticking straight out.
I'll fix it when I get in there.
Anyway, so the last girl was just so rude. She was terrible.
Back you out the car.
And Miss Esther didn't care for her. There was something else I feel like she said, but maybe I don't know. So Victor pops in on Basie. Victor is the gigantic young man that, you know, was popping his knuckles in preparation to whoop Basie. Is that how you pop your knuckles, sis?
Some people. You pop your wrist this way.
You look like you're doing hand performances, voguing. No.
I'm trying to relax my hand so it'll be straighter. There.
Anyway, Victor pops in, whoops Basie down, and Tasha shook. She's crying. I'm like, this performance. Now the girls really say that, you know, they get on and say how terrible Debbie Joy's acting is, and I don't think it's that bad. Tasha, that acting is distressing to me. It bothers me. I think she's
better.
She's a nice girl. You know, she's cute. She looks like Carrie Hilson, all of this. But that acting,
She's better than she was at first. She may be taking a class.
that ain't good.
Come on, all of us had to come from somewhere. Now, if you don't improve, then
But my
there's a
problem isn't really Tasha's acting being bad, because, you know,
They
whatever.
had her extremely southern there for a minute.
The problem is...
And she sounded like this, and I didn't know what to
Well, she
say.
looked like she had a white mama.
Oh my God, she had a white mama.
White mamas in Memphis sound like that.
It was just too much for a little African girl.
Anyway, the point...
You know what happens though.
The point is... You let me get my sentence together. The point is... Jesus. What was the point? The point is...
If I knew, I wouldn't tell you.
The point is, everybody is going so in on Debbie Joy and her acting, but I feel like Tasha acts way worse than Debbie Joy. So if we're going to shade Deborah, we're going to have to shade whoever this woman is that's playing Tasha.
Do I need to look her up?
If you want to. I'm going to move on.
Each right there.
So Jabari invites Charity over to dinner. And I'm saying, like, not Jabari, Jacqueline. Jacqueline. And Jabari, both of them invited Charity to dinner. And then Charity said, am I invited? Sis, she just asked what she gonna see you at dinner. Don't they make you invited? If I say, hey, am I gonna see you at dinner? Is that an invitation or is that not an invitation?
I'm gonna say it is.
I'm gonna say the same, but anyway. I've already talked about Isaiah and Zora nigga Hussey. Tasha pops in.
We discussed this, Zora. We have discussed this.
Zora Neale Hussey and Ike Zaya. I took Ike. If y'all aren't watching Kenneth Stallings, his link is down in the description along with, you know, everybody else's links. I know y'all go down there and click, but he calls Isaiah Ike, and it tickles me, so I've decided to call him Ike Zaya. But yeah, we've talked about them. Let's see. Yeah, so Tasha pops in on Carissa of all people to cry about her husband being injured, and I'm just like, what is Carissa gonna do about it? It didn't make sense for Tasha to go to Carissa's house and be like, they got my Basie, they beat him down. Okay, Carissa and her sleeves don't care nothing about you or Basie. So why you go to her house? And Bishop just happened to be there, and so Bishop goes on back down to talk to Skanks again. They decide the Skanks is gonna resign Sunday and turn the church over to Bishop. Now they ain't told
That was
Jacob.
way too easy though.
They ain't told Jacob none of this. So he's just gonna resign Sunday. It's just like, what about the real church of Atlanta?
You gonna fold it in?
Okay, I guess this. But what about the girls that don't want to go into the building that were happy standing on the street corner?
We gonna let them sit in the courtyard
I can't be bothered.
if we have one.
Anyway, Carissa comes to talk to Jacob about receiving Triumph, and while they're discussing that, Zora pops in and rushes to the back to cover that bruise that just apparently just appeared immediately. And she's looking at it and she's all shook about it and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, well, this is when you break up with him. But whatever. Let's see. Jacob don't want Triumph. I already said that. Let's go back. When Zora was covering up that bruise, that makeup looked like it was my shade. You know, my alter ego, the light skinned me. Her shade. And it's like, that's not gonna cover up the bruise. It's too light. That was Sophia's makeup.
Could have been.
Anyway.
And then how your mama not gonna see that girl?
Well, she had her hair over.
Okay. And move quickly. Don't linger.
She ran through. But anyway. And Carissa don't look like the type of mama that be all up in her daughter's face. Carissa
like I did. I mean, you know, I needed to know.
Carissa's aggravating. But not more aggravating than Valerie. She gets on my nerves.
Do I look like I care?
Anyway, Grace is back out at these woods. She just keep going out there. And keep being shook every time she go out there. And she's looking at this cavern. And I'm just like, girl, what? What is like, what is you doing? You just staring at this cavern. Go on in there. So I can see what's, I want to know. And also, what did Kevin's note say?
Nah.
It's bugging me. This note, and then Charity look at it and she's, Kevin, what the note say?
Bye.
I need description. I need details. Anyway, Mac's daddy talking to her while she out in these woods, talking about secrets and something you gonna have to take to your grave. And I'm just like, girl, what is we doing?
I said, I done killed you once. Do I need to kill you again? This would have been my dream sequence.
And why did her sister run by? What is we trying to, what's the message?
You know, but dreams are weird.
But she wasn't dreaming.
The
first one was a dream. I forgot about that.
I'm thinking this had to be a dream too, since Uncle Mac is clearly dead.
Well, this time he was just talking.
Oh yeah.
And you know she hears his voice. I was wondering when that was gonna come back up because it was on the second episode, and then we went all these episodes and it didn't happen, but it came back on us. Anyway, blah 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 blah. Silver Throat and Lady May discuss Triumph and how he gonna turn Skanks in on Sunday after church to the police. And I'm just like, I wouldn't want to talk to the police. The police have been around too much. After Bishop shot Mac and Grace killed Mac, I'd be staying, you know, real low off the police's radar. I wouldn't go back there.
And that seems strange. Poor Mac has been a target.
Poor child molesting Mac. What a shame. It's a shame what happened to that boy.
See?
That poor child molested. Girl, you know I don't have time. Excuse me, guys. So Grace calls Rick Fox. And then she goes on into how Mac tried it with her back in the day, and I'm just sitting here like, oh, we knew this. I thought we knew this. I thought this was clear.
It was unspoken. The actions were clear that something very wrong was going on.
Right, but the way she...
But they never actually said it. But I mean, they never actually said some stuff.
20 years.
And don't come to the Christmas party.
Don't come by. They ain't visiting you. It's just a huge rift. You gone this long. And just, again, the way she reacted to the thought that Mac had her daughter was enough for me to be like, oh, well, she been through this.
She got her ponytail put up. She going in, got her Vaseline, her tin.
She didn't have her Vaseline. She left dinner. She just left dinner. It was like, oh, well, you know. Gotta go get the chance. Just her reactions to everything. It's just it was very clear to me, but whatever though. So she's telling Rick Fox, and they crying and hugging and stuff, and I'm just like, I'm bored. I'm bored with them too. I'm still trying to figure out why the pastor telling him that we don't question God was enough for him to just
he was hurt. His wife had died.
You know how many folks' wife died?
A lot of people do better. Some
Lot's
people do
wife
worse.
Turned into a whole pillar of salt.
Yeah, he told her.
An entire pillar.
He told her not to look back.
Salt. He couldn't even bury his wife.
No,
she was salt.
Well, yeah, she became salt of the earth.
He just had to season the meat with his wife.
It was it. She was gone.
So
he told her not to look back.
Didn't Job lose his wife? I know he lost like all his children.
And his children.
So girl,
he lost everything. Now he did get remarried.
Rick Fox, you're not the only nigga that lost his wife. Yeah. Like, what in the world? Ray Campbell lost his wife. Aaron's daddy. Bishop Pastor, what's his face? No, Ray Campbell.
I know Ray Campbell.
Lady Mae's boyfriend. He just lost his wife. So Rick Fox, you're not the only one that lost his wife. I don't know why you just, I mean, like, you loved your wife and that's lovely, but sis. Anyway. Let's see. Jacob receives the church.
Almost begrudgingly.
Very much begrudgingly. And asks Carissa to pray with him, and she goes into for what? Beethoven goes into this thing about, because Charity asked him if he liked her. And then he goes into this situation. He said, I'm going to tell you later, and then later comes. He goes into this thing about how you have a child. And Charity said, and you're not into women with children. All right, cool. He says, no, just the opposite. Now, that was suspicious to me. Strange. And then he goes into, I'm trying to be careful because of the baby, something like that. I'm like, Nathan don't care or no.
It's not about that. In that respect, it shouldn't be. If it's what I think it is that you don't get...
Speak up.
You don't get people with children involved. But I mean, Nathan is very little.
Nathan is too little. This ain't about Nathan even a little bit at this point. Nathan ain't gonna know nothing for a smooth 3 more years.
Nathan is intelligent. I don't know.
I ain't saying he's stupid. I'm saying he a baby. He don't care about nothing but eating and going to the bathroom and taking a nap.
But he wants to play.
Not at this stage in his development. He don't want to play.
I played with you. Well, we talked.
I was going to say, no, we didn't play.
We talked.
We had conversations. But Nathan doesn't know or care anything about this, so it was just strange to me, and I can't wait to watch the other YouTubers to see what they got to say about it, because it's just weird. What are you doing? Anyway.
Hey, y'all can.
You can leave. I can finish this alone. Because you're not adding anything to this anyway.
I am too.
You're not. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that Grace thinks Faith would have still been alive had she said something about Mac before. I don't think so, because Lady Mae acted smooth like she had no idea after the Faith situation. But then she turned around and said, well, maybe he turned out this way because of what my father did to me. And it's like, okay, so you knew that it was probably the truth, and you acted like that. So I don't think it would have turned out any differently if Grace had said anything.
I don't think it would either. She didn't know what to do with that. She did what her mama did. Nothing.
You are so aggravating. You just be sitting there. Oh, she just...
What you want me to do? You have all these notes and
you be half paying attention.
I'm looking at you. What you want me to do now? I'm not on my phone. I'm not researching.
Shuck and jive.
No.
Like I'm shucking over here. I'm working up a sweat. Anyway. You gonna mess up my hair. You know it's straight right here. It's not gonna be in tandem and sync with other girls. Sophia's preaching on Daniel this morning, praise God, and then Bishop said he gonna take her to the cotillion. But right now he going to see Jacob get installed. So they go on down to Triumph, everybody sitting down there looking shady. The whole front row is just shady. And Skanks gets up there and he's giving, you know, I've sinned and I've failed God's people, blah, blah, blah. And Jacob, take it away. And they hug and blah. But before that, Isaiah was up there hopscotching and voguing and twisting down. And I'm like, Isaiah, can you try to look straight?
Girl, you know, there are sometimes that you really want to go to the bathroom when things are going on.
I would have enjoyed it. I'd have been hollering in the audience.
It's like, oh no.
I'd have been like, yeah.
You know how, baby, somebody go get that.
I would have been giving
Where is the hook that they had at the Apollo?
He was doing so much up there.
And twisting.
Doing a Tootsie Roll and a butterfly and a can. I'm just like, what is going on here?
Is this hip hop church?
He was voguing down.
I mean, I know we do some hip hop sessions at the church.
It was a lot of stuff happening up there.
But the music didn't fit all of that.
And then, you know, they were booty to booty. You know, I don't see it for that booty to booty at the church.
I see you don't have to be a star, baby, to be in my show. You know, that's the song where you stand.
Booty to booty.
Yes. And it needs to be like 1975.
Yeah, you know, that time has passed.
But you know, things come back.
But the 70s has taken a while to come back.
Yeah, 80s has come and
80s has been back. We're in the 90s now. The 70s, the girls just don't want that. The only thing they bring from the 70s. Who's wearing bell bottoms?
Boot cut to me, bell bottoms.
I hate
thing.
them.
I'm not a boot cut.
The only thing from the 70s that's really popping right now is a fro. Anything else is 80s and 90s.
Blonde fro at that. My mama had a blonde fro in the 70s.
It was more on the red side. It was coppery.
You're looking at the...
Is it in sepia?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, I didn't know it was blonde, and I thought it was...
I mean, it was dark blonde. It was honey blonde. You know, she honey blonde. She was. I'm gonna hit you in your eyes.
Anyway, after service, Basie done ran off instead of going to jail, because why would you just sit and go to jail after you've been committing all these crimes? You just gonna
I'm gonna pick you up, and we're gonna take you to jail right after church.
It's like on the haves and the have-nots when War said, I'm coming to kill you. You stay right there. Sis, I'm leaving.
Right. Don't go nowhere.
Okay.
You coming to kill me.
My favorite show on anyway. Can you come after they go out? Anyway, so Basie gone, Tasha crying, they having a little going away reception. And what I don't understand is this was supposed to be a surprise. He got up there and surprised the church and said he was finna go, but they having a going away reception. So okay, or maybe they talked to the board before Basie stepped down. whatever.
I'm sure they had to, because, you know, this is one of them churches there. You need to tell the board. You can't be just bringing stuff. They will sort your house on fire.
He was stealing and not telling the board. So.
I mean, that's not something you want to mention.
Anyway, after all that, Ray Campbell calls and says he needs to talk to the bishop face to face. And I said, Lord Jesus, what is we talking about? I hope it's the whereabouts of Kevin. Where's Kevin? Where'd he go? Is he at his mama's house?
Kevin come home.
I hope he at his mama's house.
Because, you know, sometimes you need to talk to your mama.
Yeah, I'm talking to mine right now, so I'm all right.
I need to pray and everything, because your mama,
Well, don't go to Carissa for prayer.
Where's the little boy?
The son.
They keep him
he
locked up in the back.
Yeah, he in the basement.
They don't get to go to the front room.
They just throw food down the steps.
He ain't never at the dinner table.
They got him chained. You remember on Desperate Housewives when Alfred Woodard's character had her son chained up in the basement? That's probably how they got Binky down there.
In the basement.
Just chained. Lord Jesus. And these chains. Is it chains?
Keep holding me. That one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is chains holding us? I thought we was breaking every chain.
Well, that came out before.
Yeah, but why? What's the point? What are the chains holding us for?
Right after right. Why was it at McAllister Grove? Bird. Not Judith.
I mean, obviously.
Blanche.
Devereaux?
Blanche McAllister.
Blanche Devereaux McAllister.
I don't know if she goes by Devereaux or not.
I would. If you would name me Blanche. We don't have the time to figure it out. Anyway, y'all.
Because some of these nails.
Nails. I was saying chains.
Nails.
And it's nails.
Nails
Keep holding. All right. Well, that makes a little more sense. I don't like it still.
By our illustrious, what's his name? My brain is not connecting right now. He's a small man.
Richard Smallwood?
Tri-City.
Donald Lawrence.
Thank you.
I was going to say Donald Trump, and it just didn't feel right. Because it wasn't.
I can't imagine the president has the ability to sing at all.
Donald Trump at the beginning of the Clark Sisters.
Sing?
I hope not. Can you imagine Donald Trump at the beginning of the Clark Sisters albums? Everybody on your feet. Anyway,
I can't imagine it.
This has been Greenleaf. It's been a journey again this week. We took forever to do this. Like, comment, and subscribe. All the things the YouTubers say. All of my information and everybody else's information, GoFundMe's and all, are in the description down below. That's it. We're finna go in here and look at my grandmama. Bye.